Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 5 of our extreme difficulty Spain campaign, and the extreme difficulty means that we cannot build any temple units, so bye-bye for bull warriors for instance. We cannot build any ships. We have kind of Numidian overlords, so we cannot attack their settlements or armies, but we can defend if they attack. And furthermore, we can train units only in tier 3 settlements. And, well, thanks for the heads up that I'm keeping tax levels a bit too high in most of the settlements, so let's lower them straight away. And one additional point is that actually a bit of a surprising one. We cannot, or rather the Julii are getting Clibinarii Immortal bodyguards because they were used in unit testing and, well, they kind of got them for free, so that's a bit of a nasty surprise. Another heads up was that we should try to somehow prevent this Julii army moving onwards. Let's see. Well, we are not in a position to build any forts, but let's see if we could get at least some of their attention diverted with cavalry and perhaps with infantry. So if these two units can draw their attention, it would be really nice. And I was kind of worried about Julii having Caralis, because if they do have it, then especially with those Clibinarii Immortal bodyguards, we are going to be in trouble. At the same time, we were having some troubles with Spain and Gaul. It might be best if we merge these two armies, though this is a really good defensive position, so I'm not sure if I want to leave it just yet. But finally we are having some long shield cavalries moving on, so perhaps things will get better. And of course we are having some major issues with public order. So yeah, that's really going to be problematic. But if we can take Mediolanum, and if we are able to wipe out Julii with that, that should do the trick. Okay, so one unit was bribed. These are attacked. They had enough movement to come here. Okay, so I don't think this is a battle we can win. On the other hand, if we do win this, the rewards will be quite nice. So I think we will give it a try. We have quite a lot of cavalry, so if we can begin chain route for the first army, we should be able to win this. And of course the battle map is somewhat level. A bit of a hill here. Then again, we need to wipe the enemy out before they can actually get this far, most likely. Well, even small elevation should be beneficial. The enemy reinforcements are likely coming from that angle. Yeah, and the enemy army is so big that I think they will be charging before those reinforcements can join. So let's take out the cavalry units first, and if we can pick off some skirmishers, that would be great. And of course the main target would be sniping their general quite quickly. we are going to eat most likely some pila. Well, actually not. Okay, let's see if we could hit those velites. Yeah, and we are eating some missiles. Oh, archers are hitting us. Okay, that's too bad. And well, this is not going well. Neither of those are pulling back. Yeah, I should have made a bit of a more of a circling attack over there. Well, it seems that we just have to... Actually, there is an opening. If we could smash through there and snipe the bodyguard, and then, or rather snipe the general, I mean, you guys, of course, could ride a bit faster. And yeah, they are Clibinarii Immortals. And we are going to eat once again some pila. And the equites are going somewhere, it seems. Oh, there. Playing hard to catch. And now they turn around. I think our light cavalry should be able to catch the cataphracts. Those guys are doing so much damage over there. Of course, one possibility could be that if Romans have only these two generals, that we actually try to snipe both of the generals and then just pull back. Because I'm not sure that, at least anymore, we have what it takes to take down the whole Roman army.
You have killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear. Now they may turn and run. Attack! Attack!
So they do have war dogs, equites. Okay, we need to take care of these first. Unfortunately, that's not Clibinarii Immortal unit. Okay, well, they did break rather easily. Good. And was that... It's Town Watch. Okay. So we should be able to break them with relative ease. I mean, yeah, you guys could attack there. Okay, well, this battle proves to be rather a disaster. And then we have those war dogs coming. But let's just take down the Julii general before. Excellent. So now we are getting out of here. I don't want to lose this best general we have. Yeah, so not exactly one of my best battles, I have to admit. So I'm kind of tempted to start this episode anew, but I guess I'm not going to do that. So let's hope we killed all of the Julii leadership. We did! Excellent! That's actually, even despite it was a loss, I think it was actually a victory. This is some great news. Whew. That's really, really nice. So now we can build roads. We can retrain some of these units, and then we should recruit some more. And of course there is that small thing of a siege, which we have to deal with. So in Ariminum, things are looking rather dire at the moment. But it seems we managed to get things under control with relative ease. Good. And Naritium, we are doing relatively well. I think we will move the whole cavalry section to Arretium to be retrained. And we are starting to run out of population in these settlements. So it seems Patavium might just be our only hope. Then again, taking Mediolanum will be rather difficult, as it is. But at least we have stabilized the situation, and I think the garrison should be enough to handle the Germanians over there. So I think we actually managed to deal with the main threat in this episode, at the very least. Probably in the whole game. So the Britons, I think we could use some diplomatic scouting over there.
Out of moves. General! General!
And let's
Forward!
Join forces.
General! Kill them!
So only warbands. This should be relatively easy. So, at the very least, we don't need to worry about Clibinarii Immortals anymore. Taking Mediolanum will be rather difficult, but I think we can let the settlement be for the moment. There isn't actually anything so critical in it that we should take it straight away. I think 2 cavalry wings and infantry allows us to engage the enemy infantry while the cavalry wings actually attack from the rear. That should do the trick here. So are they actually coming after the cavalry? But that's interesting. Let's wait for dealing with this flank first. Okay, so they are pulling back. Okay,
The enemy
nice.
army runs. Now hunt them down.
And that's one less Gaul army to
This
worry
is a
about.
great victory.
And the casualties weren't that high.
We shall rule.
So I think we will begin the siege straight away.
Besieging settlement.
Even though the settlement is rather difficult to defend, it can at least be defended. And I think we will wait for them to attack us, at least with that army. So we do have a turn. Are we actually building anything? Yeah, we are. And about public order in Massilia, yeah, perhaps we could lower the taxes here as well. Okay, so we are having quite a few of turncoats as it is. Ariminum Hall of Heroes, I think we will be training these heavier units. Massilia Blacksmith. I'm a bit worried if I do communal farming, will I regret it later? Perhaps we will be making those tables first. Etc. Here, let's build a market. And we need to send this unit to Ariminum for retraining.
General, Chief.
And I guess it's time to send a relief force to Patavium. We should be able to
Orders. Chief.
relieve it
March.
in one turn. And of course, let's retrain these guys as well. And, well, that Briton army is bad news. I don't want to actually lose this unit because retraining is quite a bit easier. So let's hope these guys can actually hold the bridge. You shall not pass, etc., etc. We can have some mercenaries.
Move. Forward. Move out. Can't be done. Forward. Unable to move.
And the reinforcements are arriving, at least at some point. And I think next turn we will send the next batch in. Actually, we could... Well, perhaps we shouldn't. I was thinking about sending that one cavalry unit out as well, but since it does not have enough movement, I think it will remain where it is. So we do have a turn once again. Let's see what the Britons are up to. Nothing good, it seems. Quite a lot of infantry, some chariots, some war dogs. And it's... I almost thought it's faction air, but perhaps they have switched it. And I think I should have actually attacked Narbo Martius last turn. But yeah, I need to attack it next turn then. These guys will form the first line of defense. These guys the second. Slingers will do what they can. And cavalry will be the reserve. So what's that? And let's put them in loose formation, so they will be a bit harder to hit. So the enemy is swerving around. Is there a fort over there? I really hope not, because we don't have too much to deal with those chariots. Those are enemy slingers. Are they able... Well, we are able to hit them at the very least. But yeah, we don't dare to pull these guys back. So let's hope they will charge rather quickly. At the same time, I'm rather afraid that they are not going to oblige that. It's some like some of the men over there will drown, but let's see. Every slinger taken down before they start firing will mean less casualties for us. Which will... But at the same time it will buy us some more time. Usually when I'm playing without recording, I will have a book at hand for situations like this, so I can read it for the, say, 10 minutes, which it takes for the timer to run out. Because there are several situations where the battle is kind of a stalemate, where the AI does not become aggressive, and I don't want to become aggressive because it would mean the loss of the battle. So, yeah. Here we are. And of course, if the battle ends this way, we will have inflicted some casualties and the sling stones will be replenished. So that's at the very least something. 3% casualties for the enemy is always 3% casualties. Seems I'm running out of patience. Yeah. And perhaps we should actually keep them at hand, because every slight bonus to the number of troops might be the deciding factor that causes the enemy to break. Still 21 minutes to go. Well, I think this is a bit of a shame, because bridge battles are really nice in Rome. Especially if you are the one defending and the AI decides to rush. It has such a possibility for huge victory, but sometimes this can happen as well. Light chariots, wood warriors. I guess there are some war bands somewhere. Yeah. War bands, war dogs, war hounds actually. And then something else. And we have 16 minutes to go. By the way, would you be interested in a video series where I describe units with one sentence in Rome? I mean, that could be interesting. Are they actually firing? No, they are marching. Of course, we could try to run some cavalry over, but I think they will be fired upon, especially by those light chariots, and probably rushed by enemy infantry, so going over the bridge would be throwing the cavalry away. One possibility, which I might actually do with these guys, is to just bring them to the bridge and see if they could throw the pillar. Okay, let's see what will happen. Okay, well, that was not a good idea. So we inflicted 1 casualty and suffered most likely 8. Yeah. Okay, we are not going to do that anymore. Ten minutes more. It seems there are quite a lot of water running through this river here as the battle, or rather the waiting, goes on. I'm just wondering, since we have so much money, could we perhaps bribe Mediolanum and the army next to it? And how much would it cost? Perhaps we should actually train a diplomat in some of the settlements we have in northern Italy. I'm just wondering if it would work and if it would be cost efficient. I'm not sure if the actually the rebel army next to Mediolanum will be up to some mischief. If we take Mediolanum, will it besiege it? So it is likely that we need to deal with it at some point. But I think it could cost tens of thousands for the army to disband. So that's quite a lot. And yeah, it's a close victory. Okay, so the Briton army withdrew over there. I would really like to have some reinforcements for that army over there. Then again, they are now in position to threaten the siege of Narbo Martius. So that might become a problem at some point. And well, it seems we have constructed quite a bit of the buildings we actually can construct. But let's see, we can still do some upgrades. And in Aritium, Warlord stables, perhaps we could actually make the communal farming. The Germanians here most likely will attack next turn. We have some mercenaries available. Is it so that... yeah, we cannot hire them from here. Perhaps actually I should send this unit to Aritium. And perhaps as well I could send one unit this way. And...
General! Move!
Let's see. So, I think we were supposed to move these troops over there. And... well, I think that temple should solve at least some of the public order issues in Cordoba. But... in any case, it's going to become a problem sooner or later. Let's actually see if the Germanians will pull back. They actually will not. Okay, so we will wipe them out. And most likely we will strike... well, let's see where we will strike. Perhaps we should concentrate our forces here in the Western Europe, so that we could actually wipe out Gauls and then focus on the Britons and Germanians on the mainland. It will be difficult to actually deal with the Britons completely because we cannot take their settlement, or rather their settlements in the British Isles. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. And of course, cavalry only army or cavalry heavy army is not optimal for taking settlements, but this is what we have in here and we just have to do with that. They do have some warbands, skirmisher warbands. Yeah, kind of anti-cavalry units. Then again, fortunately, warbands are not that good.
The battering ram is at the gate. Our warriors attack. Now is the time for great deeds. The gate is broken. Your warriors have done brave work with the battering ram.
And standing under missile fire is never wise. And I'm doing it anyway. By the way, we don't have any shortage of money, so we can easily repair the walls. And again, they are making some room for us. So let's try to get a defensive perimeter formed over there. And now it's kind of critical that the main enemy force, especially the warlord, does not attack us straight away. Oh, this is the result. So we have practically both of those units withdrawing. If we don't want to lose our general, we need to pull the bodyguard back.
Your warlord is a cowardly old woman, not concerned with dying like a warrior. He runs.
And now they are sending their war dogs, which will... yeah. And of course, now that these are ordered to pull back, they will... At this pace, Narbo Martius is kind of becoming the most irritating settlement in this whole game. And I don't like war dogs.
The enemy.
Yeah. I have to admit that I haven't suffered many crushing defeats recently. Did we actually lose? Oh, okay. So actually, some good things here is that we can actually combine forces a bit more. So basically in major battles we have 2 defeats under our belt in this episode. Let's hope that... I think this is the final battle, and let's hope this does not add 1 additional defeat. But yeah, lesson learned for next siege battle. We should not. Oh, and I forgot to take manual control of the enemy units. This clearly is not going too well. So they do have axemen, screeching women, axemen. Yeah. So basically what we need to do is that we need to win the battle practically before those reinforcements can get in there. Because the AI controlling them will YOLO charge them most likely straight to the phalanx. And so much for our garrison at Patavium. Good.
Enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
Yeah, and since we are ordered to pull back over here, I don't see why you guys are just heading towards the phalanx front. And yeah. Not looking too good. Well, at least we have something to retrain in Patavium at this pace. Speaking of YOLO charging to spears. Okay, good. We at least caught those. Okay, good. So it seems their morale is at the moment so bad that we should be able to wipe the rest of the units out. And you guys were going somewhere, and we should have this.
The gods, hunt them down and slay them all.
This was absolutely too close. Really too close.
This is a great victory. The cries of dying enemies are sweet music to our warriors.
Yeah, and here we have these kind of results. And
Victory!
about retraining most of these troops. We need to do that, most definitely. And since we now have the general with quite a bit of... Actually, this guy must be sent somewhere else to be retrained. But since we do have our influential general in here, we should be able to do that rather easily. So, this episode did have quite a few ups and downs, it seems. But eventually, well, I think our position now is a bit better than it was at the start of the episode, because we have kind of secured this area over here, and we can deal with these rebels at our leisure. Then again, the situation in the Gaul front is deteriorating, in my opinion, because we did suffer a rather humiliating defeat in Narbo Martius, and this Briton army is rather menacing, so we most definitely need to deal with them at some point. But yeah, I think this is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. And you might also consider becoming a member, so you will get some nice perks from that. You can see them in more detail from the membership page. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.